Western Athletic Conference basketball on ESPN+. We had to wait an extra week, but the wait is worth it. Tarleton State, ACU the second time at Moody Coliseum. WAC basketball on a Tuesday night. We don't get to say that very often, but we do tonight. Andy Penny alongside Roman Raffelli. Well, the reschedule gave the Texans and the Wildcats center stage tonight, the only game in conference play. And 3 games in 5 days. Roman, if the WAC tournament is the final exam, this sure feels like midterms this week.
Absolutely. Instead of Taco Tuesday in the Big Country, we've got I-20 Tuesday. The Texans and the Wildcats going at it tonight. It was a competitive one, a physical one. First round, now round number 2, even deeper into conference play.
Only a 5-point spread the first time. It went the way of ACU back in early January. Roman, let's take a look at our impact players. We start with Tarleton State. Elodie Luber, the 6'6 freshman, continues to improve every game.
Yeah, she's continued to be that rim-protecting force down low defensively that the Texans have wanted and needed. And on the offensive side, tough, willing, relentless to get to the hoop. A huge presence with that 6'6 frame. They're going to need a lot from her tonight.
9.5 points a game, 7 rebounds for the Texans. For the Wildcats, how well can they shoot the 3-point shot tonight? Aaron Woodson will be on the forefront of that.
Yeah, Aaron Woodson shooting just under 30% on the season. It's been a season low for the Wildcats, not usual shooting numbers from them, but Aaron Woodson's been the motor. She's been the spark plug. She's really driven this team forward with effort, intensity. She's doing all the small little things that head coach Julie Goodenough needs from her. Really needs to have a big game tonight.
27 made threes on the year for Aaron Woodson. We take a look at the updated WAC standings. California Baptist in first. ACU right on their heels. One less game that they've played. Tonight is the halfway mark for ACU. A chance to gain some ground on the Lancers tonight. Tarleton State right in the middle at 5 and 4. ACU in the home whites, Tarleton State in the road blacks. Luber and Hull in the center circle. WAC basketball on a Tuesday night is underway. Luber immediately a touch on the left block. As we look at the starters, Long Jones back in the starting lineup with Adams, Lyles, and Luber tonight. Jones has missed each of the last 3 games with a foot injury, but she is back. The downside of that, no Shadaysha Brackens tonight for Tarleton State. Look at the Wildcat lineup as it's now the 6th game in a row. Chavez, Woodson, Davis, Hull, and Troxel. We anticipate defense tonight. These are the top 2 teams as far as points allowed defensively. As long a shuffle of the feet, might have twisted, turned the ankle. It's a Tarleton State team that's thin tonight, only 10 in uniform because of either injury or illness. Long tweaks the ankle here and will substitute out. Oh yeah, stepped on the foot of Woodson, turned the ankle.
Yeah, certainly not what the Texans need right now, but hey, an early 3 from Gia Adams triples her points. Last time they played the Wildcats, she had just 1 point. An early 3 is a great sign for this Texans team.
ACU coming off the loss to Southern Utah on Saturday, a game where the Wildcats just could not find the 3-point shot. 3 for 23 versus the Thunderbirds. Woodson misses a shot, generates a jump ball. Possession arrow here for the Wildcats. Dropped that game 71-68, lost by 3. It's ACU now 15-6 on the year. 4 of their 6 losses are 1-possession losses, 3 points or less. Tarleton State winners of 4 of 5 as they come in.
And you talk about an ACU team that's known for their 3-point shooting. You just get 1 more to go. That potentially flips them to a 2-loss team this season.
Hall, a nice pass across the paint. Troxel the catch. And the finish for the junior. Troxel just shy of 10 points a game. Jones will find Luber on the right block. I think that's a big X factor for Tarleton State tonight, is how much offense can Luber generate.
And I mean, the most size the Wildcats have right now on the floor is Emma Troxel at 6 foot. She's got 6 inches plus. Elodie Luber does need to go down to her low early.
Hall, a step back 3. That's a good start for the junior, who has really struggled from behind the 3-point line and yet still leads the conference in scoring. 17 a game. Good start, her first one tonight. Julie Goodenough said, we emphasize big-time 3-point shooting yesterday in practice. Lyles an offensive rebound and a putback.
And that's a big bucket for Tarleton State. You talk about Luber having a wide-open lane, misses the layup. You hate to lose those points early in a game, but right there to scoop it up and put it back.
Miles, her third start in a row. Davis with the left hand, left it off the front rim. And Miles, her third start in a row, 14 points over the weekend versus Utah Tech. Jones works on Chavez. And whistle and an offensive foul call. So we'll take a look at Bill Brock, the head coach of the Texans, third season here, the 42-43 overall record, but a highly decorated career, longtime assistant with Kim Mulkey down at Baylor, a couple national championships. Spent some time in Lubbock at Texas Tech on the junior college level as well, Grayson and McLennan Community College. One of the best in the business. Great conversation with Coach Brock leading up to the game. Woodson will challenge Lou Bear. That's a tough matchup on the inside. Hold the crossover, will challenge, contact, late whistle and the foul call. And it is a foul on Lou Bear. That'll be her first. And look at Julie Goodenough, her 14th season with the Wildcats. Of course, the national tournament in 2019, the Southland Conference Championship. A 22-win season for ACU a year ago, on pace to get above 20 again this year.
And the foul draw on Lou Bear there, that's a big one. The Wildcats were able to get her in some foul trouble last time they played in Moody Coliseum, limited her minutes. I mean, she had 24 minutes last time they played. A couple of blocks, 3 of 5 from the field. They really were able to keep her on the bench. If they can do that again here tonight, really take away that size advantage.
Extended pressure in the backcourt, gets a turnover. Woodson the steal, the finish, 3-point chance. Defense to offense. Extended pressure all the way up to the baseline. You've got 3 Wildcats within 3 feet of the baseline, generates the turnover.
And we talk about this Wildcat team as a team that loves to shoot that 3 ball. They love to force the turnovers, love to apply that full court press throughout the first quarter, really. And I mean, we've seen them go pretty deep into games with that press as well, but a fantastic execution there. Now the second foul on Kiriana Jones. She's going to have to take it to the bench.
Woodson at 14.5 a game. That has elevated to more than 15.5 a game in conference play. Of course, ACU 10-0 here on the home floor, have not lost. They've played really well protecting the home floors. A 3 left side, that's off the rim, Willis. Lou Bear an offensive rebound, but travels. It's another turnover. Tarleton is not a stranger here to Moody Coliseum. This is their 4th game inside Moody this year. Of course, the road game with ACU a few weeks ago. Also played in the ACU Christmas Classic mid-December. 1 win, 2 losses in their first 3 games here at Moody. And the reschedule came, it just worked. Of course, this just a bus ride of 1 hour and 45 minutes. So both teams able to get this one in on a Tuesday with home games the rest of the week. Woodson downhill again, drops it off Troxel, 6-foot start. The offense is clicking the first 4 minutes.
Yeah, Emma Troxel coming off of her first double-double of the season, 10 and 11 in the loss on Saturday. Really need her to have a good presence down low, despite being outmatched.
Alexis Ryanders, an early appearance here. The lob pass, Lou Bear, blocked by Woodson on the backside.
And really nice hustle play there from Aaron Woodson. That's exactly what head coach Julie Goodenough and the staff just love about Aaron Woodson. High IQ play, never afraid to put the body on the line, goes up and just knocks that one out. Stays with the Texans, but a really nice hustle play.
Jacoria Long, the rolled ankle first possession, has made her way back on the floor. It's good to see Jacoria back in. Of course, Jacoria 10 points a game, up over 12 in WAC play. Lou Bear, a little out of her shooting range, well strong. Troxel collects. Chance to push and primary break for Chavez. Davis with a mismatch. Whistle and a foul on Reinders. Noticed the mismatch immediately and went to work, Bree Davis.
Yeah, Bree Davis being assertive, taking that left to the rack. They're able to draw the foul, but that's exactly what they need from Bree Davis. She's a great facilitator, tough, really competitive on the floor for this Wildcat team, but if she can start to get 10 points, a couple early, it's a really good sign for the Wildcats.
Entry pass, Chavez, and another foul. More free throws for the Wildcats.
Already a 5th foul on the Texans here. That's bodes well for the Wildcats. They can get to that charity stripe early and often here tonight. Make up for some of that 3-point shooting that struggled this season.
You get a look at Natalia Chavez, the 5'11 senior, second year here at ACU, the transfer from New Mexico. Has done a fantastic job these last 6 games, filling in for Meredith Mays, who was injured versus Tarleton State the first time Tarleton was here, January 8th. And Natalia has done nothing but pick up the slack offensively.
And it was Chavez who only had 1 start on the season going into the conference play, and then thrown in with the Meredith Mays injury, and has been fantastic. Great three-point presence, a great wing who can really defend really well.
Texans able to break the press. Allie Myers, the recipient of the backcourt breaking the press. Myers been playing well as of late, the 6'1 junior. Troxel already 2 buckets. This one rolls out. And Long will clear. You mentioned Gia Adams really struggled the first time Tarleton State came to Abilene. But coming off a season high versus Utah Valley last week of 25. She's into the paint. She'll kick to Long, left side, 10 on the shot clock. Entry pass, Myers, tough catch. 3 on the clock, deep shot, Adams. Desperation 3 from 35 feet out. Woodson collects, loses. And it's up and good, it's Myers again.
A great little steal and bucket there from Reinders. Just picked the back pocket of Aaron Woodson and then was able to lay it in. That's a really scrappy play. Coming off the bench, that's how you earn some plays when girls are down with some sickness and injury.
Reinders, the 5'11 freshman, local product. Glen Rose, just outside of Stephenville. Hull, second 3, front rim this time. Woodson an offensive rebound. Back up, uncontested. That's hustle points, Roman, that's all that is.
That's an impact play right there from our impact player. She's tough, gritty, just getting down low, doing the dirty work.
And now a steal. Gives it back on the deflected pass. Long's by herself in transition. The step through. And a late whistle and a Bree Davis foul. Free throws for Jacoria Long. Timeout on the floor. Good pace. Our first 6 minutes here in Abilene. ACU, they've got a 4-point lead. .345 left in our opening quarter. ACU has a 15-11 lead. Already 6 Tarleton State turnovers, 7 ACU points. We take a look at our Texas Ford dealers' keys to the game tonight. For Tarleton State, dribble penetration. Can they get to the rim and either finish or kick for shots? That's key number 1. And then, of course, paint protectors. Elodie Luber in the paint at 6'6". A real challenge defensively for ACU. For the Wildcats, it's defense to offense. Primary transition, fast break success, already 7 points off of turnovers. And then those second chance points. Can the Wildcats crash the boards and get some second chance opportunities? Our Texas Ford dealers' keys to the game. As Jacoria Long is at the line, the 5'7 senior out of Waco. And a 2-for-2 trip. Keep an eye on Gia Adams tonight as well. Adams needing 6 points to eclipse 1,500 in her career. Already the first possession tonight. So 3 points away from 1,500 for Adams. Substitutions here for the Wildcats. See Riley Groman as well as Emma Doherty for the first time. Peyton Hull already her second 3. That's a nice sign for the Wildcats.
That's a fantastic sign for the Wildcats there. If they can get her going, really, provide a spark not only for this game, but moving into the second half of conference play. She hasn't shot it well, but she's still set for a career high in scoring this season. Preseason WAC Player of the Year for a reason.
And now a turnover. Lyles makes the pass to the wing. Reinders not there. And a turnover here by the Texans. Reinders did not play the first time that Tarleton ACU played. As a matter of fact, Reinders has only played in 5 games all season. But the injuries and the short roster for Tarleton, only 10 players in uniform tonight. No Shadesha Brackens, no Tessa Engelman tonight, Malika, Jalen Brill, Kristen High School, all out of the lineup tonight. So Davis blocked and then travels in the paint. She'll push here and kick. Long down the baseline, blocked by Doherty. Already the second block by the ACU defense.
And Emma Doherty does a nice help side defense there. She had 7 rebounds on Saturday. Didn't score for the Wildcats, but 7 boards from one player off the bench. Fantastic, especially from one of their true freshmen.
That's 6'1". She's going to have to provide some size on the inside. Again, no Meredith Mays tonight. There's a turnover long. Ball is loose. Groman collects into the hands of Doherty. The turnovers continue to add up. Tough catch, Troxel, and the two teams will trade turnovers.
That's nice defense there from Myers, just being active down on the low post. Wildcats trying to get into that low block, and she's got the active hands that actually goes off the Wildcats. So a turnover force, that's a really nice defensive play.
See Jasmine Stone for the first time, the transfer from College of Charleston, the 5'6" junior. And guards long, check that Adams out of the top of the key. Reinders will challenge and floats one up and good.
Yeah, real nice play from Reinders there. They had the option for the high screen. She went back door, just beat Peyton Hull to that low block, and then a tough play, lays it in, doesn't touch anything, just drops it in. That's a really nice playmaking ability.
Hull now will challenge, whistle, and a charge call. It's Adams to come over and take the charge on Hull. That's her first.
Right in front of the camera there, just outside that restriction zone. That's a really nice charge taken.
Adams downhill. Collect and get it back. Pick and roll Myers. And a bump and a foul call here on Stone. That'll be her first.
A nice little high screen, drop it down action for the Texans, and Stone just a little bit of a hip check on that low block.
Reinders already with 2 buckets in the quarter. This well long and air ball. And lost far side by Willis. Tarleton a little disjointed on the offensive end, but still 15 points in the quarter. I'd say the offense still been pretty efficient for both teams, despite the high amount of turnovers. Stone on the drive, bodies on the floor, whistling a jump ball. Possession here for the Texans.
Emma Troxel just forced a short pass here. Jasmine Stone, forced a short one to Emma Troxel, and just not on the same page. Bounces off her foot, turns into a turnover.
And both of these teams with 3 home games this week, or 3 games in Texas, I guess. It's a road game for Tarleton. ACU's at home all week. Tarleton State will be at home both Thursday and Saturday. That's what allowed for the reschedule to happen tonight. 5 on the clock again. Reinders out of position, but with a crossover. Missed everything. It'll go out of bounds. And a shot clock violation. Shot clock is off. Wildcats can have the final possession here of the quarter.
And we saw Coach Julie Goodenough coaching up Bree Davis here. Would not surprise me if they hold for that last shot. Look for an outside kick to Peyton Hull or Aaron Woodson. They could even go down low to Emma Troxel.
ACU 2 of 4 from behind the 3-point line. That's a good sign. Peyton Hull was 2 for 3. Davis with a screen going left. Up and under, got it to go. Whistle and a foul. Davis so good with the left hand, able to finish. Chance for a 3-point play.
And we talk about Aaron Woodson as being a tough Wildcat. Bree Davis is a tough Wildcat there. Feet go out from under, gets some contact up top, and gets it to go. Spins it in there. That's a nice little layup and a big bucket at the end of the quarter.
Well, she's giving up 7 inches there to Allie Myers, but the quickness of the feet and the ability with the left hand. Tarleton one final push. And a foul on Woodson as Adams loses their footing. It's only team foul number 4, so still an inbound far sideline.
Yeah, might have been a trip. It almost looked like she slipped there, but foul nonetheless. That's not one that Erin Woodson wants to commit there.
Adams will drive. Left hand, got it to go at the buzzer. And that's how quarter number 1 comes to an end. ACU will take a 4-point lead to quarter number 2. WAC basketball on a Tuesday night here on ESPN+. ACU a 4-point lead as we get ready to start the second quarter. Of course, this is a reschedule of a game that was postponed last week. With more on that, the third member of our team, courtside, it's Madison O'Shields. Hey, Madison.
Hey, Andy. It's been a very strange lead up to this one here tonight. This game was originally scheduled for January 23rd, but 3 inches of snow in Abilene had very different plans. The game got postponed, then canceled. Because of this, the Wildcats went nearly 2 weeks without playing, and when they did get back on the floor, their 5-game winning streak came to an end against Southern Utah. Back to you, Andy.
Thanks, Madison. What did you do in the snow last week?
A whole bunch of nothing. Down with the flu. Gave me some nice time to recuperate and enjoy looking at it, I'll say that.
It was kind of nice, but certainly missed Moody Coliseum. Good to be back 3 times this week. Troxel picks up where she left off first quarter. She's up to 6. She has 6, Hull has 7. Woodson also with 5, so good balance here for ACU. 5 for Adams to lead the way, needs 1 more to get to 1,500. Ryanders continues to play well. Already a new career high for the freshman. She's got 6 here in the first half.
And I'll tell you what, that's a great play from Ryanders, but it's an excellent play from Elodie Luber. She's drawn ACU down to that low block. She had 2 or 3 girls on her there. Gives a wide open lane to Ryanders for the shot.
It's an entry pass. Good defense here by Tarleton. Jump ball forced by Adams. Possession facing the Texans. It's the second of 3 meetings. ACU has yet to go to Stephenville. They'll do that in less than 2 weeks, Valentine's Day. The third of the 3 matchups here in this triple round robin WAC schedule. Adams missed the shot. Luber, the putback, too strong. Lyles, a 3rd chance. And the size dominance shows its face on that offensive possession.
And that's sure got to put a smile on Coach Bill Brock's face there. You get 3 opportunities and finally cash one in.
Hull now blocked from behind, a jump ball call as Luber in the help defense blocks Hull. Hull recognizes the mismatch offensively and is getting to the rim, but there's the help defense of Luber to get the block.
And seeing the Wildcats match with some size here, bringing in Amy Flippin, who was teammates with the star of this game so far in Alexis Ryanders.
2 of the Glen Rose Tigers on the floor. Chavez blocked by Lyles. Texans a chance to tie or even take the lead. Led early with an Adams 3. Ryanders with the left hand. Luber works on Flippin. The drop step, the shot. Chance for a 3-point play.
And that's an impressive response from the freshman Elodie Luber. They bring in the size, first time she has that size-on-size matchup here tonight, and they go exactly at her, get Amy Flippin just a little bit beat there on that low block. A nice move from Luber and able to cash it in.
Good drop step with the right foot, seals Flippin on her back hip, able to finish. She'll be at the line after a ACU timeout. All tied in Abilene, 23 apiece. ACU and Tarleton on ESPN+.
Hey guys, welcome back. ACU sophomore Amy Flippin and Tarleton State freshman Alexis Ryanders played together in high school at Glen Rose. I talked to Amy and she told me they've known each other since she was in 2nd grade and they played travel ball and Little League together. She told me it's so fun playing with former teammates because they get to smile and laugh when they play each other while still being competitive. Amy and Alexis still keep in touch and have a great friendship. So cool for them to be able to play against each other at the collegiate level. Thanks, guys. Back to you.
Yeah, good stuff right there. 99.9% of the time, they're best friends. Maybe not for the next 2 hours, but Reinder's a great start here tonight, 6 points. Lubear makes the free throw. Tarleton State has the lead. And Lubear another block.
And always great to see a little bit of love between ACU and the Texans. I mean, certainly not much between these two teams, but good to see Flippin and Reinders bridging the gap a little bit.
It's always fun to see stories like that. Of course, high success at Glen Rose. We won a few games, which we can only imagine seeing both here in the Division I level. Hull misses the three. Reinders on the break, 2 on 3. Chance for Tarleton State to extend some lead. Lubear goes to work again on Flippin. The drop step. Too strong this time. Good defense by Amy.
Yeah, Amy Flippin got tall early there, didn't let Lubear seal off that low block and was able to contest that one really well.
Hull picked up this time by Lyles. Tries to drop it off, missed the pass. Tough catch for Flippin.
Yeah, just miscommunication there. Flippin turned back out to come up the lane, and Hull went backhand down low. It's a tough situation when you're trying to be shifty like that. You get your own teammate fooled sometimes.
It's a 7-0 run for Tarleton. Here to take the lead back. They led early the first 3, but AC led the majority of the first. Lyles, 18-footer. And that's the shot I think that ACU will certainly give up. Primary break Hull into the paint, finds Chavez through the hands. Natalia not ready for the pass, which was in rhythm for Hull.
And the Wildcats approaching on nearly a 3-minute scoring drought. Need to get a stop and then a bucket.
Lubear, the lob pass, the height advantage, and the finish.
And that has to be the recipe for the Texans here tonight. Your shorthand, no Brackens especially. She torched the Wildcats last time in Moody Coliseum. You need to go down low, get Lubear really consistent on the box score.
Yeah, that feels like an every possession offense. Troxel misses from 12. Shortest player on the floor, Bree Davis, had the rebound, poked out of her hands. It will stay with the Wildcats.
Emma Doherty.
And Lubear got in some foul trouble early in this one, but has bounced back, had a couple of minutes to breathe, and I can imagine, recompose on the bench, come back in and had an immediate impact.
Hull with Reinders will challenge Lubear. Blocked again. Boy, the wingspan is something impressive.
And Lubear already 2 blocks here tonight. She had 2 against the Wildcats last time. That was in just 24 minutes, but taking a look, doing exactly her job in protecting that rim.
And now turnover into the backcourt. Nobody touched it. It will come back to the baseline, but a turnover here for the Wildcats.
Just out of sorts here. The Wildcats right now a little bit disheveled. You imagine, Tarleton goes on this big run. You haven't scored in nearly 4 minutes for the Wildcats. You got to slow down the panic. Cannot start, spamming that panic button. Go back, do your thing, get a bucket after you get a stop.
Well, I like the strategy of continuing to get to the rim, but now how can they finish with the 6'6" Lubear? Deep 3, Adams, 1,500 in her career, hits the 3, right wing. Second triple tonight, the milestone accomplishment for the senior. Davis will try to answer, rattles all the way out. And the run is extended now to 12 in a row, a 12-0 run. Willis in transition hits another 3 and a Julie Goodenough timeout. When it rains, it pours, and the threes have been dropping, a 15-0 run. And Willis the three in transition. As Tarleton again in their timeout. And here's a look already this year. We've talked about the triple round robin schedule, Roman. We've already seen 11 WAC matchups that have played twice this season. And 7 of those 11 rematches, the second time they played, the margin of victory has been smaller, which tells you game plans are changing, adjustments are being made, and we're only in the second time of this triple round robin. These games are going to get tighter and tighter as we go down the month of February. And we talked about it before this game. 3 of those were Tarleton State. They've really learned to make those adjustments, and even dealing with some injuries, some flu, some new lineups, and some increased minutes from some girls off the bench. They've been really good second time around, saying, okay, here's how they beat us the first time. Let's make sure it's not that, and let's pull this out of the bag of tricks. Good old head coach Bill Brock really been good in game number 2. Yeah, the Texans have been on the plus side of all 3 of their second-time matchups with teams in their favor. Woodson will stop the 15-0 run with a spin move and the left-handed finish. Of course, the first time Tarleton State and ACU played, Wildcats a 5-point win. The 2 leading scorers of that game, neither one playing tonight. Meredith Mays for ACU, Shadesha Brackens for Tarleton State. Lob pass again inside for Luber. A foul on the floor. That's Emma Doherty with the foul. And Emma Doherty really having to work here against Elodie Luber. They're both freshmen, but the WAC play, man, it's fast. And, Emma Doherty not having the size on Luber and that speed, just got beat. Zone look for the Wildcats first time, a 2-3 zone. Try to help on the interior block. Ryanders deep 3. That's strong. Offensive rebound though. Lyles, can she save it in? Yes, she can. And a foul out in the open floor. That's on Woodson, and that's her second. You get the shot you want if you're ACU. You'll give up a Ryanders 3 from deep, but did not get the defensive rebound. No, and that's a big impact of not having Meredith Mays on the floor and having to go against Elodie Luber. You have so much energy and attention put on not letting her get the board that it opens up the floor for other Texans to run in there and get it and put it back up. Lyles will rattle this one out. Doherty, good box out and a clear. Can the Wildcats make a run? Woodson with space. Lyles on the backside. Quick entrance this time to Luber and a quick Doherty foul. Quick 2 fouls on Doherty. And with the second foul to Erin Woodson, the Wildcats are going to go really small here. Bree Davis and Jasmine Stone on the floor with Troxel, Doherty, and Hull. They'll look to play with some speed. Woodson, those 2 fouls, really good enough. We'll try to protect that the last 4 minutes. Skip past Ryanders. There's the entry to Luber with position. Troxel comes over, takes a charge. We'll see if it stays on the board. A late whistle. And it will not. Late call. And Emma Troxel, no stranger to taking a charge, leads the Wildcat charge wall pretty much every season she's been here, and a very timely one right there. It's Luber's second. The shot does not count. So, big charge by Emma Troxel. Hull gets a step, finishes with the left hand. And turning defense into offense, that's exactly what the Wildcats need to do. Climb out of this hole and get some momentum. Lyles back the other way, runs into a brick wall. Stone leads the break. Contact on the other end and a charge. Adams takes the charge on Stone. That's a big charge to take. Stone had a full head of steam. Not just Stone, a boulder coming down the lane. Knocked her clean off, and that's a big one for the Texans.
And then for the Texans, number 32, Allie Myers.
Luber will take a breather. She now with 2 fouls as well after that charge. Allie Myers has come back in. Amy Flippin also back in for ACU. Lyles, a step through, got it off the rim. Well, you can see, Roman, both teams, just the strategy mind, the chess match going on here tonight.
I mean, the Wildcats went really small, played with some speed. They got a possession of that, didn't get points with it. And then, Bill Brock and the Texans come back with a little bit of speed themselves.
Stone up strong, draws contact. And a chance for a three-point play.
And a great job finding that baseline and then just backs down, has the chair pulled on her, gets the foul call, and still lays it up. That's a really tough play, a really high IQ play from the Wildcat guard.
And the line for the Wildcat shoots.
See a little hesitation, recollects on the dribble. Got position on Adams, able to draw the foul. This is extra points for ACU. Jazz at just 2.5 a game. Don't often see, as you mentioned, Bree Davis and Jasmine Stone both on the floor at the same time. Definitely a small lineup. Adams on the pick and roll. Skip pass over the head of Reinders.
And an unforced turnover there. The Texans had a lot of momentum coming into this latter half of the second quarter. Took the lead, went on a big run. Now crumbling down a little bit. The Wildcats, a good response. They can stack a couple more buckets. They're going to be good, but Texans need a couple of stops.
See if Hull gets another touch here. With no Lubear in the paint. Hull with a screen. Three, she's already hit 2 tonight. Left that one short.
And that's been her bread and butter play all season, really her whole career with the Wildcats. They do that high screen. She gets a step back 3. Really good on that one, but comes up just short.
Adams a spin in traffic. Stone will clear, no numbers in transition. Davis directs traffic. Entry pass stolen away by Myers.
And a really heads-up play from Myers there, just anticipating it, saw the way they were running the offense and was ready to jump the pass.
She has been a huge spark off the bench for the Texans. Drive, contact, block call this time as Stone went to take the charge. They'll call it on Jasmine Stone, and it'll send Willis to the free throw line.
Now, Wildcat fans not happy. A lot of contact down low. It looked like Stone's feet were set, but a toss-up call down low.
Boy, love the physicality of both teams defensively. Nobody afraid to take the contact.
Nobody afraid for it, and that's what we saw last time these two played. It was a physical game, a tough game, and it's always, borderline violent with these two.
The foul on Stone, her third. And she will come out. Riley Groman has come back in. Kaya Willis at the line. This is the free throw. Willis has been good over the last 4. So her average has elevated to 6.5 a game these last 4. Put in 14 versus Utah Valley. 1 for 2 trip. Chavez kicks in the corner. Groman to look at a 3. Got it. Third 3 of the night, and now a steal in the backcourt. A spin by Hull. Gets it up and good. And we're even with less than a minute to go first half.
A huge step up from Riley Groman there. Knocks down the corner 3 on a perfect offensive set from the Wildcats, and then gets the steal on the inbound pass. Finds Peyton Hull one-on-one. She converts. That is fantastic play from the Wildcat freshman.
And even with Tarleton's 15-0 run here in the quarter, we are 35 apiece and another Tarleton State turnover. They'll say a deflection. It will stay with the Texans. A deflection by Hull. No argument by Peyton, so we'll keep it there. There's another look at Hull's spin and layup. Just 5 on the clock for Adams. Don't know if she realizes. Desperation 3. Rolls around, and the Wildcats will get the last possession of the first half. What a first 20 minutes we've seen here in Abilene.
And it was a quiet, moody Coliseum for the bulk of this first half, and it got loud these last couple of possessions. Big one here.
Hull, entry pass to Truxell. Off the mark, and Tarleton State will get a second and a half. 20 minutes down, 20 to go, nothing decided here in Abilene. Back and forth we've gone, the chess match here in this first half. We'll see a 35-35 tie. Each team shooting above 45%. Tarleton State at 48, ACU at 46. And both teams 3 of 9 from behind the three-point line. It's even in all the statistical categories. We're even on the scoreboard, 35-35. The head coach, Julie Goodenough. She is courtside with Madison O'Shields. Madison, it's all yours.
Hey, Coach, pretty competitive first half. What did you see in that first 20 minutes?
Real lackadaisical defensive effort on our part. We're just not playing hard on defense, and they're capitalizing on it. We got to make the most of defensive possessions. We're really good about forcing turnovers and scoring in transition, so we got to get some energy and some competitiveness about us on the defensive end.
Absolutely. Number 27 for Tarleton has been pretty hard to stop. What's the plan in the second half to limit her production?
Yeah, I mean, it's a team effort for sure. It starts with ball pressure and good help side defense, but yeah, she's difficult to defend.
Thank you so much, Coach.
Thank you, Madison. All even at halftime, 35 apiece, ACU and Tarleton. We'll get you to our halftime report where Roman and Alexis Stanley will be upstairs. WAC basketball, it's here on ESPN+.
Welcome back here to Moody Coliseum. It's halftime here, and we got ourselves a tied ball game, 35-35. I'm Alexis Stanley here with Roman Raffelli upstairs. Roman, what did you see in that first half?
A lot of physicality. It's always physical. It's always going to be a tight one and a really just fast-paced game with the Texans and the Wildcats. But in that one, just a battle of 2 runs. Really, the Wildcats controlled that first quarter. Texans a storming run back in that second quarter. We got a tie game at halftime.
Definitely. Let's look at our halftime stats. Peyton Hull, front runner for ACU, right now is leading ACU with 11 points, Roman.
Yeah, I got off to a good start, 2 of 3 from the three-point line. Missed her next couple there, ends 2 of 5. But it's been a team effort from both these sides. Elodie Luber has the size matchup for the Texans. Just 6-foot Emma Troxell standing in her way. Luber already 3 blocks. She had 2 the last time in the whole game. They played the Wildcats there. Been a big presence down low, and then Gia Adams eclipsed 1,500 career points here tonight. She's off to a good start. Erin Woodson, a couple of fouls, limited her minutes in that first half. That's really somebody that the Wildcats need to rely on in half number 2.
Yeah. Let's not forget about Alexis Reiner, freshman from Texans. She's leading with, I think, 6 points. But let's look at some highlights of the game so far.
Hey, talk about Reiner's a fantastic half there. Was teammates with Wildcat Amy flipping there. Taking a look here at some threes. I mean, a really nice balanced effort from both of these teams. You talk about 2 teams that love to go inside, but also love to shoot that 3 ball and just be tough. You know, these 2 teams love to put some pressure on. Really just physical teams. Should be a good second half.
Yeah, the Texans started lighting it up from the 3. Gia Adams with 2 threes, I believe. But if they continue lighting it up from the 3, they could easily beat the Wildcats. They went on a 15-0 run early in the second quarter.
Yeah, and the Texans down several girls, 5 scratches, just 10 active players here tonight. It's got to be a scrappy team performance. You got to play team ball. Expect it to be low scoring. You're not going to get into the 70s and 80s with just 10 girls. You got to get what you can take. Limit the turnovers. They were tied 13-13 on turnovers. It's going to be a matter of effort, a matter of grit in half number 2.
Well, it's 35-35 here at Moody Coliseum. When we come back, we got another great half for you. Don't forget to tune in here for the post game where we break down this game. I'm Alexis Stanley here with Roman Raffelli.
And welcome you back here to Abilene, Texas. Get ready to start the second half on what's been a chess match the first 20. Tarleton a 15-0 run. ACU battles back. We're dead even at 35 here at the half. Andy Penny alongside Roman Raffelli. I think it's exactly what we anticipated. Hard, tough, physical. We've seen charges on both sides. at the end of the day, nothing decided in the first 20.
Yeah, deadlocked at halftime there. For the Wildcats, it was their ability to capitalize on turnovers. 7 of their first 15 points came off of turnovers. They end the half with just 11 points off of turnovers, and each team with 13 of their own turnovers in that first half. Gritty, tough performance coming in the second half.
I think for Tarleton State, Gia Adams with 1,500 points now in her career there in the first half. Alexis Reinders, you have to give her a lot of credit in that first half. Of course, Elodie Luber on the inside at 6'6". I think our Anthony Chiropractic and Wellness halftime adjustment, you have to continue to find ways to feed Luber in the middle.
And you notice there, you want to feed Luber, and then ACU, everything is going to be in the paint. That comes with attacking Luber, getting her in some foul trouble. She had 2, but she drew 3. A really nice performance from her in half number 1, and then you need to protect it as well. You need to limit her ability to get to that low block, get in position. She did a really great job of sealing the edge down low and just having a wide open layup. And of course, for Tarleton State, you want to force the turnovers and then feed Luber down. Ideally, you're forcing a turnover, getting it down low, getting Luber out in transition, and then just having a really easy layup and a nice look from her down low. It'll be a method for success on the road.
Luber in that first half with 7 points, also 5 rebounds. She just did that just 11 minutes of play. And again, I thought Alexis Reinders, what she did, a short bench tonight, only 10 in uniform, steps in. She plays 17 of the 20 minutes. This is Reinders, who only averages 6 minutes a game. In the 5 games, she's only played in 5 of the 20 games. Yet 17 minutes in the first half, 3 of 6 from the field, scored 6 points.
Yeah, those 6 points are nice. The 2 steals are really nice there as well, and she's just doing a good job of running the system. She's finding Luber down low. She's just causing some havoc, really putting the pressure on the Wildcats, and she's a girl who just flies around. Really a lot of effort from her, and, you blink, she's gone. Next thing you know, she's hitting down a shot.
For ACU, Peyton Hull had 11 points in the first half, 2 of 5 from 3. 7 for Erin Woodson, 6 for Emma Troxel, 3 apiece for Riley Groman, Bree Davis, and Jasmine Stone. And we saw the Wildcats play some 2-3 zone there late in that second quarter. They'll start here in half court man-to-man. Jones top of the key. Troxel will get the defensive assignment here to start the second half on Luber. Skip pass right side, 3 from Jones. Luber an offensive rebound. Easy put back. That's size advantage at 6'6", showing off again.
That's exactly what the Texans are going to look to do this entire second half. You get looks like that, it's going to be hard for them to lose this game.
Davis played strong at the point guard spot. So good with the left hand. She shows it off again. Right-handed, she's right-hand dominant. That's what's crazy. She'll shoot the jump shot with the right hand, but on the dribble drive and get to the rim, it's always with the left.
As a head coach, you always want your point guard to have a steady hand at the wheel of your program, especially of your offense. But hey, when she's got that great of a left, too, you'll take it every single time.
Wildcats back to the 2-3 zone this possession. Lyles, entry pass deflected by Hull. It's into the hands of Chavez. And Hull in transition, left alone. Left it short. Julie Goodenough talked about some of the struggles they've had from 3, and she talks about it, a lot of it has been fundamentals of shooting the 3. Get good lift on the jump, stay with the shot all the way through the rim. It's just been fundamentals, rushing some things and not seeing it all the way through the bottom of the net.
Yeah, Peyton Hull started tonight 2 of 3 from deep, now 2 of 6 on the night. Need to find a way to get her hand hot.
Troxel will try, right side, left it short. Along the board. Chavez picks up Adams on the switch. Baseline pass and an extra pass. Jones with a jump stop, left block. It's good offense.
Yeah, great find there. Great assertive drive down the left side there, and then just a really nice shot to get the bucket to go. A nice start for this Texans team.
Jones looks back to form. Only 5 minutes in that first half. Again, has not played each of the last 3, nursing a foot injury. Hall will challenge Jones, a grab of the wrist, and Peyton should get to the free throw line. Call it on Jones. I thought Long had more of the wrist than Jones did. It'll send Peyton to the charity stripe.
Shooting for the Wildcats, number 10, Peyton Hall.
Peyton at 81% from the line. Already again in double figures. Tonight her 74th game for ACU, and in double figures now for the 68th time in 74 games her 3-year ACU career. This was tapped out by Lyles after an 0-for-2 trip.
Hall disappointed with herself. They're not happy with the trip that now makes her 1 of 4 on the night from the charity stripe, but you mentioned it, they're just so consistent from the get-go. I mean, freshman of the year in the Western Athletic Conference, and she has not looked back.
She'll attack again, kick to Davis. Bree down the baseline. Woodson into the paint. Tough shot, got it to go. Another whistle and a foul. In desperation as the shot clock was running down, but Woodson stayed strong, got it to go.
Yeah, just a gritty play there from Erin Woodson, twisting and turning down the paint. Some really nice defense. Gia Adams was straight up, but I mean, that right arm did get some contact as it was straight up, so she gets the foul called. A nice play from Erin Woodson.
And Woodson the free throw. She's into double figures now with 10. Continues her hot streak at the free throw line. 24 in a row for the junior from the charity stripe. It's over the last 6 games. ACU plays with a lead. Backdoor cut to Lyles. Whistle to charge. Guess who it is? Emma Troxel. Second one tonight that Emma's taken.
You know, she wears number 24. That's her 15th on the year. She must be chasing it. A nice job here. Just a high IQ play. Sees the pass, sees they're going to drive baseline, and gets in position. It's like clockwork.
She was there for a solid second before the contact from Lyles. AC tries to extend. Hall steps into a 3 again, left it short. Lyles has the board. Chavez a hand on it, but Lyles able to collect. Touch for Lubear on the left block. Davis in the help defense grabbed the arm.
And Julie Goodenough, Wildcat faithful, want to jump. There was a lot of ball from Bree Davis, just I think got a little bit of the wrist as well, but either way, that's a really heads-up play from Bree Davis. Saw it developing and said, yeah, I might have, 18 inches in a disadvantage here, but I'm going to go make a play.
Foul on Davis, that's her second. Lyles with a step, the shot from 10, got it to go. Pure shooter, Caroline Lyles, the transfer from Akron. She started now the last 3 games, her first 3 starts of the year. Davis from 3, right side, got it to go. Her 12th of the year. Not a huge threat from 3, only at 28%. Gets that one to go. Down the baseline, Jones, skip pass, Adams, extra pass, Lyles hits the 3, right corner. Ball rotation and the extra pass for the Texans here in the second half.
And that's a surgical possession from the Texans there. They passed it around, spread it, took their time, and then just stretched the Wildcats. You can't cover the whole side of the floor. Find a wide open corner 3, and they knock it down. That's a great possession.
Woodson back out to Troxel. Left it well short. And will take us to our under 5 timeout. Tarleton State, courtesy of Caroline Lyles, the 3. They've got a 1-point lead here in Abilene.
Hey guys, ACU women's basketball is making just as big an impact in the classroom as they are on the court. This fall, the Wildcats posted a 3.72 team GPA, an impressive mark for a roster of 13 student athletes. Head coach Julie Goodenough says it's the highest fall GPA she's seen in her 14 years with the program, calling the achievement significant and something the entire team should be proud of. Andy, take it away.
Yeah, thanks, Madison. High IQ on the floor, high IQ off the floor as well. No surprise to anybody if you've been around this program. And the Wildcats trying to get it turned around here. Tarleton State a 1-point lead. They've been highly efficient in the half-court offense third quarter.
Yeah, just looked really calm and composed on the road in half number 2. Usually that's an intimidating spot to be. Hey, they're on their home court. They're going to come out with some great adjustments and comfortable. It's been the Texans who have done that, doing exactly what they want to do and getting every bit on the offensive side. Wildcats need to buckle down that defense, and they get the offense going.
Luber a touch in the paint, the step through, got the nice bounce, and got it to go.
That's just a fantastic play from Luber. I mean, quick feet for a girl who's 6'6" and a true freshman. That's a ton of potential, and I think really speaks to the coaching of Bill Brock and this Tarleton staff.
Puts her in double figures, 11 points with 6 rebounds. Caroline Lyles has 11 points, 7 rebounds for the Texans. The lead is out to 3. Hall out to Chavez, right side, got it to go. The 5th 3 tonight for ACU, 5 of 15.
Yeah, that's the first one. Natalia Chavez made a couple of free throws in that first half, did not make a field goal. A big shot there. They would love to see her get hot in half number 2.
Well, look at the battle on the inside, Luber and Troxel. They'll get it to Luber, missed the shot, late whistle and a foul. Aaron Woodson just can't see that one. Just the help defense. But it's the third on Aaron. It'll put Luber at the line.
And I'll tell you what, looking at that replay, it looks like Luber went around Woodson there. I don't know. I mean, I might have had one on Troxel, but I understand the confusion for Aaron Woodson.
If there's a downside to Luber's game, it's the free throw line. Less than 40% from the line. Just 30 of 76 at the line. This is a 1-for-2 trip. Flippin and Groman have come back in here for the Wildcats, as has Stone. It's a pass through the hands of Groman.
Yeah, some nice defensive pressure there from Adams on the outside, and then just a forced play between Stone and Groman, two Wildcat newcomers who have been in the system for a while, but that's just not a great play, especially one in Coach Goodenough's system.
Adams right side, they're trying to get Luber again, right block. 7 on the clock for Jones. Lyles, extra pass again, Adams. Luber, offensive rebound. Adams will penetrate, gets a step, and gets the roll. Second chance opportunity, Adams takes advantage. She's into double figures with 10.
And a great job doing exactly what you just said, taking advantage. That was a good defensive possession for the Wildcats. Amy Flippin sealed off Luber, but she was able to kick it out and just taking advantage of the extra opportunity.
Stone already with 3 tonight. Give her another 3. Every time Tarleton State has punched in the quarter, ACU has punched back. They've done it from behind the 3-point line. Back even again, and now a turnover. Chavez the steal. Extra pass, hole, 3, right side, that's big. Wildcats play with the lead.
That's a huge swing for the Wildcats, and it starts with the defense and making an extra pass. A great display of Wildcat basketball.
Chavez the steal, leads the break, extra pass out to Hull.
That was a great entry pass from Riley Groman. Had the confidence to throw that one in. Really impressive.
Stone now downhill. Chavez rushed that one. Groman runs it down. Second chance. Little out of sorts. Julie Goodenhoff says, let's collect ourselves.
And great maturity from Peyton Hull there. The junior just knows when to reset it.
Chavez left that one short, flipping the board. They'll call a foul on Amy on the aggressive play. It's her second.
Yeah, Wildcat bench didn't like it. It's a tough one there, but the Wildcats built some momentum. If I'm Julie Goodenhoff, I'm okay with the last couple of minutes, including that foul.
Adams barely gets it across before the 10-second violation. Entry pass Luber, and another foul here on flipping. Amy got caught leaning that time on Luber. Pick up her third.
I mean, Flippin is the Wildcat with the most size at 6'4". She's still losing 2 inches to Luber. That's just how much of a force she is, and she does it really well. I mean, sure, the fundamentals are still obviously a freshman from Luber, but she knows how to use her size, she knows how to get the leverage, and she's really good at sealing down low, so you can't let her get there.
And now a jump ball is Hull on the deck there with Long, and the possession facing the Wildcats. Boy, just went right off Long's leg. Just did not collect.
Number 5, Brianna Davis.
A big 86 seconds here to end this third quarter. We came into it tied. The Wildcats +3 right now. I think whichever team exits the third quarter with the lead is going to have a lot more momentum, even if it's just a bucket or two.
Backdoor cut to Hull. Bad pass, though, Chavez. The turnover back here to Tarleton. See Jordan Coleman on the floor for the first time for ACU. She wears number 33 tonight, typically number 23. As Coleman stands at 6'2", she'll take her shot, defending Luber down in the paint. Skip pass and a look at a three. Jones. Luber, the offensive rebound, missed it. Lyles on the back, got caught. Over the back of Groman.
And I'll tell you what, being thrown in as Jordan Coleman to deal with Luber is tough, but she's doing it. She's getting her some physical play down there low, and she's just putting the effort. That's what it comes down to is, hey, I'm going to fight for position every second of your offensive possession, make you work for it, and hopefully just get in the way enough to disrupt it. She did it there.
Foul on Lyles. She will get a breather here at the end of the quarter. That's her third personal. She and Jones both with 3. They're the only 2 Texans with 3 fouls. See Ryander's first time second half. Hull goes to work, and a hand check here on Ryanders will send Hull to the line in the bonus. Team foul number 5.
Yeah, that's Ryander's third. Hasn't seen a lot of run in this third quarter. That's an interesting adjustment from Bill Brock, one of his hottest hands from Ryanders in that first half, but Wildcats going to take advantage, get her in some foul trouble with 45 to go.
Hull will make the first. ACU undefeated on the home floor this year, 10-0. And have extended out to a 5-point lead. They're on an 8-0 run here at the end of the quarter. And deflection, it will stay with Tarleton. Might get our first review tonight. Hull got the deflection. We'll get another look.
Yeah, it's tough to tell. A nice press there from the Wildcats. They brought an extra girl down. That was Peyton Hull down into the paint. They played like a zone in the far side of the court. A really nice press.
Coach Goodenhoff did not want to use her challenge for that particular call. Adams left it well short. Hull's got the rebound, chance to run. 3-on-2. About a 3-second difference, game clock, shot clock. Julie Goodenhoff wanted the final possession of the quarter. Peyton downhill, challenges Luber, got it to go, whistle and a foul. WAC preseason player of the year going to work.
And that's the third on Luber. Taking a look, Peyton Hull just calm and composed, driving there, initiates the contact. That is a huge momentum play at the end of a quarter.
And now 19 on the scorebook for Peyton. Final push for Tarleton. I'm not sure Adams sees the clock. Just one on the clock. Desperation heave. Misses everything, and that's how the quarter comes to an end. Wildcats an 11-0 run to end the third quarter. They turn a deficit into an 8-point lead. 30 down, 10 to go here in Abilene. To end the third quarter, ACU an 8-point lead at 57-49. We've seen the Stars making plays tonight. Peyton Hull, Aaron Woodson combined with 29 of the 57. Stars making plays for the Wildcats.
And this is exactly what this ACU team does. They've shot the ball really well from 3 tonight, 7 of 19. But ultimately, it's been a Peyton Hull and Aaron Woodson show, but the rest of the team has complemented it really well. You see those two taking just about 50% of the team's shots, and you know, they're your stars. Those are the girls you expect to go out there and give you some really high quality minutes and to lead by example. And that's what the rest of this team is doing, is they're taking after that example, running the system, being gritty in defense, and just playing ACU basketball.
Aaron has 10 points. Peyton has 19. Peyton also leads with 3 assists. So all the offense is going through Peyton, whether she's finishing or finding teammates. Yeah, the 3-point shot for ACU in the quarter, 4 for 10. Really the difference. Ryanders to start the fourth, misses the 3. Lubear has an offensive rebound, goes up strong as Coleman lost her balance. And I think Lubear's got to touch it almost every possession here in the fourth.
And that's what they came out of the halftime doing, and then just got away from it in that third quarter. Credit the Wildcats. They forced some pressure, forced them really keep the ball out of the paint, but absolutely, Coach Brock and the Texans have got to find Lubear down low early and often in this fourth quarter. Stick with it until the Wildcats make an extreme adjustment.
She now has 14 to lead all Texan scores. Hull works on Ryanders. Ryanders the strip and the steal. And will lead the break 3-on-2. Going all the way to the rim, and nobody picks her up. Coast to coast for the freshman. She's got 8.
And a great assertive play there. She didn't start that third quarter, didn't play much, but shows the coaching staff, hey, this is what's going to happen when you put me in the game here. I'm going to get a turnover. I'm going to force a turnover. I'm going to go all the way for the bucket.
Entry pass Woodson. They like the mismatch. Shot partially deflected, gets it back. Davis on the drive. The fadeaway floating left-handed shot, left it short. That's a Lubear challenge. Didn't really challenge. You just see her in the paint and it affects the shot. Nia Bunton on the floor first time tonight. A 5'4" freshman. Ryanders again downhill. Off the glass and good. The first 6 of the fourth go to Tarleton State.
And 4 of them to Ryanders there, and a nice play there. A little behind the back drive to the right and then kind of fades away, lays it up. It's a fantastic play from the freshman who's continued to just be a spark for the visiting Texans.
Chavez 3, strong. A foul on Davis, and the Texans have erased that 8-point deficit in a hurry. Chance to tie or take the lead on this possession. Foul on Davis, her 3rd. Woodson, Davis, Stone, all with 3 fouls. Lyles has 4 for Tarleton State. Adams with 3. Long has 3. Lubear also with 3. This chess match continues. Bill Brock and Julie Goodenough.
And Emma Troxel got some big minutes off in that third quarter, likely going to play most of this fourth with Jordan Coleman checking out, who is not going to show up on the stat sheet, but played some really high-quality minutes for the Wildcats.
Long, a look at a 3 in the corner. Texans lead. They match ACU's 11-0 run to end the third with a 9-0 run to start the fourth. And Jacoria Long, the 3 in the right corner. Tarleton State has the lead. 58-57, 7.5 to go. Moody Coliseum in Abilene. Tarleton State a 9-0 run to start the fourth. They've hit each of their first 4 field goals, taking the lead back here at 58-57. Look at a game summary here. Points in the paint, of course, go the way of Tarleton. They're plus 12 in that category, plus 5 on the rebounding. Lou Bear and Hull doing their thing, 19 and 14 respectively for those two. Game summary with 7.5 to go. Okay, Roman, Julie, good enough calls the timeout. A 9-0 Tarleton State run. What's the conversation for the Wildcats?
Yeah, just get back to what you did at the end of that third quarter. Find the threes, but run the system and find the threes. Don't force them. Don't just be jacking them up because you need points. Really focus on getting the ball in and then working, low to high. Find those outside perimeter shots. Force Tarleton to really hustle on the defensive end, and then ultimately, find Peyton Hull.
Whistle here, offensive foul. They'll call it on Troxel, the illegal screen. That is only Emma's first foul. All the defense she's been playing on Lou Bear tonight, just her first personal. Long gets downhill, kicks out, nobody home. Too far under the basket. Nobody had rotated to the wing position, and Long throws it away.
And a nice defensive set for the Wildcats. They weren't going to let them get the ball down to Lou Bear, and then just an unforced turnover. A good defensive set. Now the Wildcats really need points on this possession.
Turnover number 20 tonight now for the Texans. Woodson into the post, finds Troxel. And Lou Bear had helped off of Troxel so much, left Emma alone. Missed the shot, top of the key. Lob pass here, extra help, Hull gets the steal. Stone can run. Peyton a 3, left wing. Got her own. Troxel to try again, right side. And a third opportunity.
And Emma Troxel, I think, rolled her ankle. She's been limping around here in what looks like quite a bit of pain.
Chavez, another 3. And ACU has yet to score here in the fourth quarter, 4 minutes deep. Ryanders again downhill, a spin in the paint. Tough shot early in the shot clock. Chavez to attack. Off the rim and rolls out.
And the Wildcats are getting looks, they're finding the shots, they're just not going in. Really bad timing on that.
With both teams, you can tell, trying to find that final gasp coming down the stretch. Short bench for Tarleton State tonight. Long, strong on that shot. Just some tired shots these last few possessions. We've been a long time without a whistle. Hull goes to work on Bunton. Troxel from the free throw line. Both teams are absolutely gassed right now.
And that's a tough bucket from Emma Troxel. Looks like she was able to walk off, roll her ankle, whatever it was, but that's her bread and butter shot. Right at those high elbows, the free throw line just floats it up there. Really high percentage shooter from that spot. A good find for the Wildcats.
Myers from the baseline rolls out. Jasmine Stone the block out of Lou Bear and draws the foul. That's her fourth.
As 6'6" Lou Bear or 5'6" Jasmine Stone, and she gets the box out. I know the Wildcats have some post-game traditions with hustle. That's certainly going to be one tonight.
Under 5 to go. ACU a 1-point lead, trying to stay perfect at home here in Abilene. Seven ties, 9 lead changes. Nothing decided with 4:44 left. ACU has a 1-point lead at 59-58. Of course, WAC Vegas is in the middle of March. Just a way too early bracket to look at here. This is where the teams are seated as of today. California Baptist in the 1 seed, ACU in the 2 seed. Of course, that's big. The top 2 seeds get byes all the way to the semifinals. That's why 1 and 2 are so big in the WAC. It also puts that much more relevance on tonight because ACU, with this triple round robin, would get the series win versus Tarleton State if they win the first two, if they hang on and win here tonight. So a lot on the line here in the last 4.5 minutes. And
the Wildcats are the only team in conference play to beat Cal Baptist, and they did it in Riverside. A huge victory for Goodenough in her squad. Now they get them twice at home. The first this Saturday, have a real chance to end up, especially in the top two, let alone the top one.
This whole downhill will finish. Yes, CBU is in Stephenville Thursday night. They're here on Saturday. Big weekend for CBU here in Texas. It's a turnover here on the inbounds after the Hull-made basket. I think everything's got to go through Peyton Hull the last 4.5.
Without a doubt, 21 points here tonight. Numbers haven't looked great for Peyton most of this season, especially from three, which has been her bread and butter, but ultimately still being productive, still finding ways to get it done, really showing her toughness both mentally and physically.
Tarleton gets the turnover on the entry pass. Down 3 with 4 to go. Lubear again on the bench with 4 fouls. And a pass right through the hands of Long. Unforced turnover. That'll make Bill Brock just cross the arms and scratch the head. That's just one you can't have with 4 minutes left.
Yeah, I just looked up before she really had it, tried to dribble, and the ball wasn't there. Tarleton, a 3-point game, a 3-point deficit right here. They've got a little bit of leash to have some of those errors, some grace, but as the clock ticks down, that leash is going to get shorter and shorter.
Hull 3, left wing, bottom! Absolute clutch. She's got 24, leads all scores.
A huge night from Peyton Hull and a timely bucket. The Wildcats have shot the ball really well from 3 in comparison to the rest of their conference schedule, but tonight especially, it's been timely buckets that have really made the difference.
Jones works on Groman. Stops from 5 out off the glass and good. Jones has got 4 tonight.
And a really timely bucket there as well. Just a nice drive to the left and a little mid-range floater. That's a nice shot.
In Hull right side will challenge Jones. Back to the baseline, up and good. Whistle and a foul. Chance for a 3-point play.
A huge stretch here from Peyton Hull, just doing everything right. You can see them attacking the paint with Ellie Lubear on the bench with 4 fouls. She draws one there, gets excited, gets a chest bump from Riley Groman. That is a huge bucket, and here comes their paint protector.
It's been a while since we've seen Peyton just take over a game like this. The players are making plays. The WAC preseason player of the year. Missed 13 games last year as a sophomore. Had she not, she would have been over a 1,000-point score as a sophomore. Can light it up in a hurry. And the lead has swelled to 7. Just when Tarleton State takes the lead, ACU goes back on a run of their own. Tarleton, the first 9 of the quarter, erased an 8-point deficit at the end of the third. ACU has responded. Lubear with those 4 fouls, downhill on Flippin, off the glass and good. It's a new career high for Lubear. She's got 16. And will be the top name on the list of the all-freshman team. Chavez lost it. Lyles trying to run it down. Chavez recollects, 10 on the clock. Davis asking for a screen. Extra pass, Groman at the shot clock. Lubear clears. It's a double-double. Now Long in transition, works on Groman. The fadeaway, got it. Back to a 1-possession game.
It was 2 Texans on 1. Riley Groman in the paint, and she held her on there. Just a really nice fadeaway shot there from Long at the timely bucket. That's some experience as well.
Wildcats space the floor. They'll run some shot clock. Hull works on Jones, a spin in the paint, flipping from 12 out. Lyles the board. Adams in transition. Long, a chance to tie. Left it well short. And now if you're ACU, you run shot clock again. Davis has to get across the half-court line, and she will. When Long had the look the last possession, just left it well short. Chavez runs it down, 10 on the shot clock. Davis, step back three, tough shot. Lubear another board. Tarleton has time to go for two here. They don't have to settle for three. No timeout from Bill Brock. He'll let Adams play it through. Works on the freshman Groman. Missed the shot. Fouled. Free throws for Gia Adams.
And if you're the Wildcats here, that's not a terrible foul. They wasted a lot of time off the clock there, and Amy Flippin bouncing into the layup there. That's going to prop the whistle every time. Now they make both. You still got a point lead. You force them to foul you, and then you're going back and forth from the charity stripe.
Flippin her fourth. Looked like Julie Goodenough was going to substitute out Amy, but she will stay on the floor. Natalia Chavez will check out.
And I think you just have to have the size of Amy Flippin down the stretch.
I think Julie Goodenough potentially anticipating a missed second free throw here. Leaves Flippin in. Trying to block out Lubear. Adams makes the first. It's a 2-point game.
And both of them with 4 fouls. A huge whistle could ultimately sway this game.
Adams rolled out, no good. Troxel has the rebound. Lyles steals from behind. Lubear in the paint. Missed the shot. Lyles missed it too. Whistle and jump ball. Possession facing the Wildcats. Had some looks, didn't finish.
And great defense from Emma Troxel, and as much of a height difference as she was. And then Amy Flippin comes from that support side on the rebound fight there. You had 8 hands really fighting for that ball there, and it was Wildcats who got it, get the jump ball. That's great hustle. That's great awareness of, hey, don't foul, be active. Everyone has to collapse. It was a mosh pit down there in the restricted zone, and it ultimately ends up with an ACU ball.
Wildcats get the jump ball, they get possession. If you're Tarleton State, you only have 2 team fouls here in the quarter, which means you've got to foul multiple times to get ACU to the free throw line. Troxel had it, Lyles the steal. 2 good looks here. Lubear the first, Lyles the second, but missed them both.
And Lyles, 11 points on the night. She's been really impressive on the scoring side of things. She's got a couple of steals. That's a timely one there. I'm going to go pick the back pocket. Why not? See what happens. Yeah, it comes up right, but you mentioned it. Not able to knock the shots down, and now they have a couple of fouls to give. They're in a good spot, but they have to convert. There is pretty much no margin for error with 8.3 to go.
Lubear 16 points, 13 rebounds. Lyles with 11 points, 9 rebounds tonight. Gia Adams has 11 points. Alexis Ryander's a career-high 10 points tonight. Peyton Hull with 27 for ACU, 9 of 17 from the floor, 4 of 10 from 3. 10 for Erin Woodson, 8 for Emma Troxel, 8 for Bree Davis. But again here, if you're Tarleton State, there's no time to run off the clock here. Only 2 team fouls. You got to go for the steal and immediately foul, because you're going to have multiple inbounds passes here for ACU.
Yeah, you got to be assertive, and you got to be no panic. You got to be really cool and calm here, knowing you've got a couple fouls to give, so you want to go that first effort for it. And hey, if you foul while going for that steal, not the end of the world. Obviously, you want to come up with just the steal, but ultimately, you've got an opportunity. The door is still open there, but you really need to execute and not panic.
ACU a 4-point lead at the end of the first quarter at 21-17. Tarleton a 15-0 run in the second quarter for their largest lead of the night at 9. ACU battled back to tie by halftime. We were tied at 35 at the break. Wildcats in the third quarter on an 11-0 run, had an 8-point lead to start this fourth quarter. Tarleton State a 9-0 run to start the fourth and take a 1-point lead. ACU responded to get back on the top side, but now Tarleton State has it back to a 1-possession game, 67-65. Wildcats trying to gain ground on California Baptist. They would be 1 game behind CBU at 7-2 if they can hang on. Of course, Tarleton State scratching in the middle of the standings, trying to get to 6-4. Davis will inbound in the front court as the timeout advanced the ball into the front court. There's a whistle in the first foul. They'll call it on Long. No time comes off the clock. Again, only team foul number 3.
And I think they committed that foul to get it down to the baseline, so it pretty much eliminates the Wildcats going back into the backcourt and wasting more time.
Hold inbound on the baseline. Gets it in Woodson. There's an Adams foul. Half a second comes off the clock. Team foul number 4. The next foul will be the bonus free throw situation.
Yeah, good job from the Wildcats forcing these fouls.
Chavez fouled on the inbound. The foul on Long, and there's team foul number 5. Natalia Chavez, the senior, to the line. Natalia, 92% free throw shooter on the year. She's only been there 12 times all year, 11 of 12 on the year. She is 2 for 2 tonight. Back rims the first one.
An uncharacteristic miss and a bad time for the Wildcats.
So the Texans, make or miss here, will have a chance to tie. Second one is good. It's a 3-point game and a Bill Brock timeout. The clock did run. They'll put some time back on the clock. Bill Brock will take the timeout to advance into the front court.
There's a timeout on the floor.
So 4.8 left. They put time back to 6.8 at 68-65. It's exactly what we anticipated tonight, as here we are down to the final possession here. If you're Tarleton State, what is Bill Brock drawing up right now?
You got to get a lot of attention high, try to go a couple high screens, and then go down to Luber here. Maybe try to get it back up. You know, it's tough with, being down 3 points at this point, but you've got a couple good shooters. You've got Long, you've got Adams, who have had some good nights shooting the ball so far tonight. Obviously, 1,500 for one of those girls here tonight. Maybe ride the hot hand, have a historic night turn into a really memorable one.
Lyles is also a potential shooter on the outside, as she's been in double figures here tonight. Tarleton has a team 5 of 17 tonight. Gia Adams has 2 of the 5 makes. Jones will inbound in the front court, far sideline. A 3 to tie for the Texans. Lyles, extra pass, Adams, deep 3, left it short. Woodson the rebound. ACU survives. Adams had a look on the right wing, just left it well short. Woodson collects the rebound. And ACU moves to 7-2 in WAC play. Your final score from Moody Coliseum, ACU 68, Tarleton State 65. Wildcats also get the series win, as they've taken each of the first 2 in this triple round robin with the Texans. What a gritty performance by ACU.
And the Wildcats come out on the other end of what they suffered Saturday, which was you had the look, you just missed it and lost it there. Tarleton, they got the look, they had it with Adams up on the right wing, and she just missed it there. But a gritty performance, a tough, hard-fought performance like it always is in this I-20 matchup. Just the Tuesday edition of it this time, and what a game for both these teams. 7
ties, 9 lead changes, and ACU gets the final one as they get the win. 4 in double figures for Tarleton State. Elodie Luber, 16 points, 13 rebounds to lead the way. Peyton Hall for the Wildcats, 27 points tonight for ACU. She is courtside with Madison. Take it away.
Peyton, another high-scoring game for you tonight. What keeps you so consistent?
I think my confidence, really. I have a strong, driving mentality, and I think I executed that well tonight, and just super, super happy of the win tonight.
How does it feel beating Tarleton for the 16th time in a row?
It feels great. Tarleton is our rival, and I think just the atmosphere in here with all the students and just getting that done on the court is something I really love.
Absolutely. Y'all have been undefeated at home for over a year. What is it about Moody Coliseum that keeps y'all winning?
I think it's just we practice in here every day, and we take the right shots in practice, and our shot selection, and it's our three-point line. You know, we're gonna knock those shots down here in Moody Court. So
thanks, Peyton. Congrats on the big win. Andy, back to you.
Yeah, thanks, Madison. 68-65. The Wildcats get the win. Peyton Hull, again, 27 points tonight on 9 of 17 shooting, 4 of 10 from 3. She also led the team with 4 assists tonight for the Wildcats. And the Wildcats able to get that win again, 68-65 is the final score. Peyton with 27, Aaron Woodson with 10 as well. As the head coach, Julie Goodenough, here to join us. Boy, it was a game of runs tonight. You make the push. After Tarleton took the lead, you made the push and got the lead back, but what a gritty performance all 40 minutes.
It really was, and we've come to expect this against Tarleton. Coach Brock does a great job. They've got some players that make it difficult for us to defend, and really credit them. What a great game plan. Our players, I don't know, we kind of looked like we were in quicksand a lot tonight. Made some big defensive plays when we got down that, got us right back into the game. And so just proud of our grit and toughness. I thought Peyton was very poised today. I thought she made some good decisions. But we had a great spark off the bench with Riley Groman.
Yeah, you look at the balance. Of course, Peyton does her thing with 27, but yeah, I thought Bree Davis hit some big shots. Jasmine Stone, Riley Groman, all throughout. I thought it was a great team effort all the way through.
Absolutely. I mean, we needed everybody, and on a week that we have 3 games, we played some guys a lot of minutes, and we're going to do that. I mean, we're going to play who we feel like is going to win the ball game for us, and so we've got to be smart about recovery. And Utah Valley didn't have a game today, so we've got to take care of our players and make sure they're ready to battle on Thursday.
Yeah, it's a quick turnaround, and you segue to it. 3 games in 5 days. How do you prepare on such short notice for 3 and 5?
Well, first of all, if you're a player, is this not a player's dream? I mean, nobody wants to practice right now. Like practice, play. I mean, I think this is a great week for us. We just have to, get our players just kind of purge this and get ready to learn a completely new and different scouting report. It seems like forever since we played Utah Valley, and they've got some really good individual players. I think personnel is going to be really important that our players understand, how they score, and they do some different things defensively. So, we got to figure out just a, brand new game plan. But, just proud of our team, and we're going to celebrate this as long as we can tonight, and then tomorrow get back on the next one.
Hey, 11-0 now on the home floor. We'll do it again in 48 hours.
There you go. That's fun. That's what it's all about.
You bet. Julie Goodenough, the head coach, thanks for the time. Congrats on the win. 68-65, ACU gets the win. We send it upstairs. Roman and Alexis to finish us out. Guys?
Hey, Andy, thanks so much. Welcome back here upstairs here in Moody Coliseum. I'm Alexis Stanley here with Roman Raffelli. We're ready to break this game down. Roman, what did you see in this tight game?
I'll tell you what, I saw a whole lot of Peyton Hull there. She took over. She hasn't had her highest season shooting the ball from 3, but she took over tonight. She found some timely buckets. This whole team did. It was the defense. It was the grit. It was slowing down Elodie Luber, who had 13 boards and 16 points tonight. A tough performance. It's always tough on the I-20 rivalry. Wildcats able to come out on top.
Absolutely. Peyton Hull with 27 stats. Let's look at the rest of these stats here. Peyton Hull had 27 points, and mentioned before, Luber had 16 points, which was a career high for her.
Yeah, and the Wildcats 30% from 3-point range tonight. They've had an uncharacteristically slow season. I mean, hovering in the mid-20s. That's not bad by any means, but for the Wildcat standard, that's a little bit low. They put it together tonight. They found the boards tonight. Not a lot of size to go up against Elodie Luber, but they only rebounded 3 points, and then the bench was huge for them. Those 9 points really big, especially with some limited depth with a couple of injuries. The Texans really had to rely on that bench tonight. A lot of that was Reinders with 10 off the bench and the points in the paint. The Wildcats probably knew they weren't going to have the best numbers there, especially with Luber on the other side, but to only lose it by 12 and be able to come out on top is a really big spot to be.
Now let's look at the WAC stand-ins after this game.
Yeah, the Wildcats date with California Baptist this next weekend, along with Utah Valley this week, as Andy and Coach mentioned. 3 games in 5 days and 5 games in 10 days, but they climb within a game of California Baptist and are the only team to beat California Baptist. See that 8-1 record. That was the Wildcats on the road in California. Now an opportunity to really take advantage this week.
Now let's look at the final highlights of this game.
And it was a team performance across the board for both of these teams. Peyton Hull, a really nice foul draw there, and had a couple of those down the stretch, a couple three-point plays, a couple made three-point shots. She just took over, really, showed what she can do and why she was, WAC Freshman of the Year a couple years ago, WAC Preseason Player of the Year. She was the whole show tonight.
Definitely. Alexis Reiner ended up 10 points with a career high for the freshman, finally playing against ACU. That's it for today's post game, and sending it back to you, Andy. It's been a great one here.
Alexis, thanks so much. 68-65. ACU gets the win, now 16-6, 7-2 in conference play. This has been a presentation of the Western Athletic Conference on ESPN. All games are airing live and streaming on the ESPN app. For the entire team, Roman Raffelli, Madison O'Shields, Alexis Stanley, and the ACUTV crew led by Hutton Harris and the birthday boy, Tyler Hatfield. I'm Andy Penny. Take care. So long from Abilene.